Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a 3 looks 1 palette using my Violet Voss Essentials 2 eyeshadow palette. So this is the palette that is in my Shop My Stash this month. I think I've decided that the palettes that are in my Shop My Stash each month, I will also be doing a 3 looks with that palette just because I will be using it so often. So why not film the look for you guys? So this is what the palette looks like. This is the look for the first day. I really have been enjoying this palette so far. It's really nice. The rest of the stuff on my face in this video will also be from my Shop My Stash bag. So the lip combo, the cheeks, complexion. I barely have anything on my complexion for the first look just because I have some errands to run today. So I'll be wearing my mask, and it's kind of pointless to have anything in this area of your face when you know you're going to be wearing your mask. So I think that is it for this intro. If you would like to see how I got this look and then the other two, then keep on watching. So first, on a fluffy brush, I'm going to be taking the shade right here called Clay, and I'm going to start putting that into my crease. I want to do a halo eye today, so I'm kind of gonna do the shape for a halo eye. As you can see, I already have my face makeup on. I have to run some errands today, so you know, gonna be wearing a mask. So I tried to keep everything kind of towards the outskirts of my face, and then I didn't put any like foundation on. I just have concealer on a few spots that would be showing through my mask, like here and then my forehead. Next, on a smaller fluffy blending brush, I'm going to pick up this shade right here called Chocolate Brown, and that's going to go on my inner and outer corners to start getting that halo eye shape. I'm gonna go back into that first brush and Clay, and I'm going to blend over the edges. Little corner bug, the little hand on my shoulder. So I have the shape that I want. Now I'm going to take my Revlon Photo Ready Candid Antioxidant Concealer. This is the concealer in my Shop My Stash, and I'm going to take this little ColourPop E20 brush, and I'm not going to really cut the crease, but I want to put a little bit of this on my lid just to kind of clean up the middle where we're going to be putting the shimmery shade. As you can see, it just helps brighten the middle a little bit so that the shimmery shade can appear brighter. And when I mean I'm taking a little bit of this, I literally mean like this much, and then I just tap it out with my finger, and it just helps clean up the middle where we're gonna put the shimmery shade, and it also gives the shimmery shade a bit of a base to stick to. The shimmery shade that I'm going to go in with is the shade right here called Copper. This is a shade I have not used yet, but I'm actually just gonna take that on my finger and press that into the middle of my lid. So I have that where I want it. I'm going to go back into that small little ColourPop E19 brush that I use to kind of build the shape. And I'm just going to use this to kind of blend the edges of the shade Copper, because if you can see there, it's a little bit light before it gets to the dark chocolate brown shade, and I just kind of want to clean that up a bit. So it should be looking something like this. What I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to take my setting spray, and I'm going to pick up some of the shade Copper on my finger, and I'm going to wet my finger. Just like 2 spritzes, and then I'm going to press this in just to make it show up a little bit more intense. For my lower lash line, I'm going to start by taking this big fluffy blending brush in the shade Clay that we use, and apply that to my lower lash line. Usually when I do a halo eye and I do my lower lash line, I just apply the like transition shade and the deepening shade, but today I think I want to mimic the shape on the lower lash line, so then I'm going to go in with the ColourPop E20 brush and pick up just a little bit of chocolate brown and start putting that on the inner and outer corner of the lower lash line. And I'm not going to actually put anything into that empty space in the middle, I'm just going to leave it empty space. So I'm going to take some of my KVD tattoo liner and I'm going to do a very thin line on the top lash line, no wing, just a thin little line. Now my liner is on and I'm going to line my waterline with my NYX Treasury Gel Pencil Liner in the shade Pitch Black. Then I'm going to apply my Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. So I went ahead and threw on my lip combo as well. This is the ColourPop Lippie Pencil in Aquarius and the Bite Beauty Lip Crayon in Glacé. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that is the lip combo that is in my Shop My Stash. And this is the finished look. Let's move on to look number 2. All right, let's jump into the second look. I'm going to start by taking my ColourPop E16, just kind of a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to pick up this shade called Clay, and I'm going to start building that up into my crease. Then on my ColourPop E19, I'm going to pick up this shade called Chocolate Brown and start putting that into my outer corner and blending it up into my crease just a little bit. Then I'm going to go back into Clay in that first blending brush and just blend everything out. And I'm also going to take some of Clay with that same brush and blend it on my lower lash line. And I'm going to do the same thing with Chocolate Brown and the ColourPop E19 brush. I'm going to keep this focused towards the outer corner. For my lid shade, I'm going to go in with this sparkly shade called Rose Gold. And I'm just using that on my finger, and I'm just going to press that all over the lid. This shade is basically just a lid topper, but I think it looks really pretty on its own as well. It doesn't have really any base color to it, but it's still so gorgeous. All right, and then we're going to do something super fun for the inner corner highlight. I'm gonna be taking this Lavish Beauty pencil brush, and I'm going to take this shade called Aqua and use that for my inner corner highlight. I'm going to do a really thin line of liner with my KVD Vegan Cosmetics Tattoo Liner. And then I'm going to define my waterlines using my NYX Treasury Gel Pencil Liner. And then I'm going to run off camera, put some brows on and mascara. I'm going to be using my Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara, and then I will come back to show you the completed look. This is the finished look. I really like the way that this look turned out. Just look at like that pink shift. So pretty. I feel like all the looks that I have done so far using this palette have turned out very soft and like pretty, which is honestly the type of eye look that I really enjoy. So I am really enjoying this palette so far, but let's jump into the third look. All right guys, before we jump into this third look, I have a few things to say. First of all, Brad sleeping. I don't know what to tell you. Second of all, I am currently sick. I actually have mono. I have literally no idea how I caught it. The only person I'm ever around is Brad. The only place I ever go is to the grocery store or to work. and Brad and I work at the same place, so even when I'm at work, I'm still with Brad. Literally don't know how I caught it. We cannot figure it out. I was not around anyone that was sick, but I do have mono, so this side of my neck is super duper swollen. I don't even know if you'll be able to see. Super swollen. I just don't feel good. So if I seem like low energy, my voice sounds weird, anything, I have mono. I don't know what else to say. Second of all, because I am sick and very low energy, this portion of this video and my next video, which will be my anti-haul, I'm going to look exactly the same because I just don't have the energy to like do my hair, change my lip color, change my shirt. I know being sick is awful. I just don't have the energy, and I'm not going to make excuses for myself. So we're just going to jump right in. I don't actually have a plan at all for today's look. I know that I want to play with like one of these two purples down here, but I don't know what one. We're just gonna start blending eyeshadows and see where we end up. So I'm first gonna start with this big old fluffy blending brush. I don't know what it is, and I'm going to mix these two shades together, beige and clay, and blend that through my crease. I just want like a really light bit of definition. And then I think I'm actually just going to jump directly into this blue, and I'm not going to blend it all the way in. I'm just going to keep it right out here on like the outer half of my crease. And I'm gonna go into a smaller blending brush. This is my ColourPop E16. And I'm just going to pick up some of the shade beige and start blending this blue out. And go back into the blue and add a little bit more. And then I'm going to take an even smaller brush. This is my ColourPop E17 and the deepest brown in the palette called Chocolate Brown, and I'm going to put that right on my outer corner. So now what I'm going to do is take this flat brush. This is my ColourPop E3, and I'm going to pick up, I think I'm gonna go with Blue Violet. It's the darker purple in the palette, and I'm going to start putting that over my entire lid. So now that we have that color, the initial color laid down, I'm going to go back into this brush with the blue and kind of re-intensify that up here. And then we'll go back in with Chocolate Brown and re-intensify that on the outer corner here. Then I do want the purple shade to be a bit more intense as well. So I'm going to pick some more up on my brush and then wet it. And I'm taking some more of Chocolate Brown and fading that into the purple even more. I'm happy with where that's at right now. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to first take some of the blue shade. And then we'll take some Chocolate Brown and put that on the outer corner. This look is like very messy and like smudgy, but I actually really like it. I'm just going to line my waterline with my NYX Treasury Gel Pencil Liner in Pitch Black. And then I'm going to run off camera and do some coats of my Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. And then for my lips, I'm going to line them with the ColourPop Lippie Pencil in the shade Aquarius, which is in my Shop My Stash this month. And for my lip color, I'm not going to tell you what it is because it is a brand that I do not support because they aren't technically cruelty-free. I don't know what to tell you. But it's a sheer pinky lip balm. And this is the finish. That is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me create these 3 looks using my Violet Voss Essentials 2 eyeshadow palette. Please subscribe before you go, and don't forget to like this video, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye!